Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a solar farm in Minecraft for all of your city building needs. This is the amount of space required to make the farm, including a handy grid which you may choose to copy that will help you find the starting position. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin the build by placing a polished black stone wall on the ground. Place a smooth quartz block on top of it, and a smooth quartz slab on top of the block. Place a smooth quartz stair in front of the smooth quartz block, and a smooth quartz slab in front of the stair. Place smooth quartz slab under the stair and the slab, and then place two smooth quartz slabs extending backwards from this block. 1, 2. Place a smooth quartz stair on top of the first slab, and then place a smooth quartz block on top of the second. We then place a smooth quartz slab on top of the block, extend backwards, and then down. That will give us this shape. This is the side of the solar panel. We now want to come inside of the panel and place a row of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iron trapdoors extending right of that position. Add an additional row of trapdoors behind this, and then here we will place another row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of 5 iron trapdoors. So this is one row above and behind the original 2 rows. We then add another row of iron trapdoors behind this, and then we do the same one more time. We place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iron trapdoors extending out of that position, which is just one row higher and one row behind the original layer. We then want to recreate the same side shape of the solar panel onto this side of the build, which means we will place a polished black stone wall here, then place a smooth quartz block on top, a smooth quartz slab on top of the block, a smooth quartz stair in front of the block and a slab in front of the stair, slabs underneath the slab and the stair. We then want to place 2 slabs, 1, 2, extending back from the original block, place a smooth quartz stair on top of the first slab and a block on top of the second, and then place a smooth quartz slab on top of the block, extend back and down, like this. This is the exact same shape as we have on the opposite side. To add the panels themselves, I like to add rows of light blue and cyan carpet in stripes that follow the same pattern extending all the way up the panel. And there we go. That is one entire solar panel. Now we will mark out the positions for the back 2 rows of solar panels. To do this, we come all the way to our polished black stone wall, and we count backwards from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On top of this block, we place a grass block, and on top of that, a polished black stone wall. Next, we will extend our grass block backwards by 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We will then extend up and then place a polished black stone wall. Now we can make 2 more solar panels in the exact same way that we made the original. We will go through these next 2 together, but a little bit faster. We'll place our smooth quartz block on top of the wall, add a slab on top, smooth quartz stair in front of the block, slab in front of the stair, add slabs underneath those 2 overhanging blocks, and add 2 slabs behind the original block. Add a stair on top of the first slab and a solid block on top of the second slab. Add a slab on top of the smooth quartz block, extend back and down. We then add our rows of trapdoors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a row behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a row behind. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a row behind. From here, we can add the opposite side of the solar panel. We will start off with the wall, place our solid block on top, slab on top of that, stair in front of the block, slab in front of the stair, add slabs underneath. We then add 2 more slabs extending back out of the block with a stair on the first slab, a solid block on the second, slab on top of the block, extend back and down. We can then add the same strips of colour on top of this row of solar panels, or alternatively, you can, using the same colours, reverse the pattern. So instead of light blue and cyan, you could do cyan and light blue. It's a subtle difference, but you might find it a little bit more appealing. Let's make one last solar panel together. On top of this wall, we place a smooth quartz block. On top of that, a smooth quartz slab. A stair in front of the block, and a slab in front of the stair. Add slabs underneath these 2 blocks, and then add 2 slabs, 1, 2, behind this block. Add a stair on top of the first slab and a block on top of the second. Add a slab on top of the block, extend back and down. We then want to add rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iron trapdoors extending out from the bottom of the panel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the middle of the panel. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the top of the panel. We then want to place a polished black stone wall on the side of the solar panel, and then the rest of it. Smooth quartz block on top, slab on top of that, stair in front, slab in front of the stair, slabs underneath both blocks, 2 slabs extending back from the original, stair on the first one, solid block on the second, slab on top of the block, extend back and down. We then have to add our carpets. However, I am once again going to reverse the previous pattern. So I will add all of the light blue, and then cyan carpet in between. And that is how you make an entire row of solar panels. However, we have to add 4 more. This is incredibly simple. All we must do is repeat what we have made already. However, we leave a gap of 5 between each row of solar panels as we move across. So, counting right of this wall, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means right here, 6 is where we start the next row of panels. And from here, we repeat exactly what we have made already. If you have trouble doing this, please refer to the earlier point in the video where we started the first, second, and third panels. I'll leave a timestamp down below. that took so long to do. Now that we have made our solar panels, we are now going to make... Honestly guys, I'm not 100% certain what these things are, but if you Google solar farm, you will see things that look like this on the farm, so that's what we're making. Come all the way over to the very first solar panel that we made, and counting in front of this block, we want to find the first, second, third, fourth block. Destroy it, one block to the left of it, destroy 12 blocks extending in front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then destroy 8 rows across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then dig back towards the panels and connect to where we started, like this. We then want to leave a gap of 3 to the right of this. 1, 2, 3, and then we want to dig the exact same shape. So we will dig a row of 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we can just dig all the way back and line up with that original hole, dig across, and then we can just connect all the way back to where we first started. So now we have 2 rectangles. I am going to add a layer of stone all the way around the edge of this area. Sir, we want to do this to both of them, so I guess it's plural. And inside these areas is where we will add... I desperately want to call these things generators, but I don't think they are. Well, here is where we will add the machines. So starting from the front left-hand corner of this area, we will extend inwards diagonally 1, 2, 3. And in this position, we will place a white concrete. We will extend to the left by 1, but to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will then place an additional row of white concrete on top of this, and we will extend our white concrete 1 row backwards, just like so. We then want to extend the middle rows of the white concrete forwards and backwards using light grey concrete, like this, so the white pokes out of the edges on both sides. We add a layer of slabs on top of those central white concretes as well, with stone pressure plates on top of the white concrete. We add polished black stone buttons in front of and behind the white concrete as well, with polished black stone wall on the ends of the row of light grey concrete, grey candles on top of the walls, and chains in between the walls as well. The end result will look like this. And once we've done this once, we actually want to do the same thing towards the back. So we can actually just leave a gap of 1 between this machine, leave a gap of 1, and then add the row of light grey concrete, add a row on top, add 2 rows of white concrete behind it, extend the white concrete outwards on both sides, add another layer of light grey concrete, just like this, in the same position, add smooth quartz slabs on top of the middle with stone pressure plates on top of the white concretes, polished black stone buttons in front of and behind the white concretes, and then we add polished black stone wall in these positions with grey candles on top and chains extending between the rows of wall, just like this. And now that we have added this to this area, we now want to go ahead and move onto this side and do the exact same thing. So once again, we start in the corner, extend inwards diagonally, 1, 2, 3. We place a white concrete, extend left 1 and right by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add another row on top, add a row along the inside of it, or extending backwards rather. Place light grey concrete in front of and behind the middle blocks with smooth quartz slab on top of the central white concretes, stone pressure plates on top of the white concretes with polished black stone buttons in front of and behind them. We then add polished black stone wall on top of each one of the 4 corners of the light grey concrete with chains in between the walls, just like this. And then we want to add another machine behind this. We will leave a gap of 1 and then repeat exactly what we've made. Start off with the light grey concrete, add a layer of white concrete behind it, extend it back a row, add another layer of light grey concrete, extend the white on both sides like this with smooth quartz slab on top of the central white concretes. Place black stone buttons in front of and behind the white concretes just like this. Then we can add our walls on the 4 corners just like so with grey candles on top of the walls. And then we want to add chains in between the walls just like this. We are then going to remove all of the grass block inside of these areas. We could have done this first, but I thought it just made more sense to do it afterwards. Then we are going to replace all of the grass with stone. And then we are going to do the same thing over here as well. We will just remove all of the grass. Fill it all in with stone. Next, we are going to add iron bars to the front, left, and back sides of these areas. And the iron bars are going to be 2 rows high in total. And the exact same thing for the opposite side as well. Next, we are going to add a road in and out of the solar farm. To do this, we will leave a gap of 5 right of this stone area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we will remove 5 more rows further extending right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually lines up perfectly with the middle of the middle solar panel. We then extend these rows all the way outwards to the very front of the grid. And then we are just simply going to fill this empty space in with andesite. Now that we've made the road, we are going to make the base of the small power station. To do this, we will come all the way to the back right hand corner of our road and leave a gap of 3. 1, 2, 3 to the right, and then we will dig 13 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to the right. We will then dig forwards by 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we will dig across and we will form a square. And we want to remove all of the grass inside of our square. And then we are going to fill this entire area in with smooth stone. So, now that we have the foundation, we can make the power station itself. To begin, come all the way over to this position, count to the left by 1, and then in 1, 2. Place a light grey concrete, and then extend backwards by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Extend across towards the back by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then extend forwards and line up with where we first started. We then want to place a row of 3, 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz block on top of our light grey concrete, and we want to extend this going all the way back on ourselves, all the way over to the opposite side. I don't know why I'm filling it in this way, but it is very, very satisfying when you get it right anyway. We then want to add a layer of smooth quartz slab on top of our smooth quartz block, just like this. Next, place 2 light blue stained glass right of this light grey concrete. 1, 2. Then place a light grey concrete, light blue stained glass pane, leave a gap, place another pane, then place a light grey concrete, and then 2 light blue stained glass connecting back to the wall. Extend both the block and panes up by 1 row. Then place smooth quartz block in between the glass and across the top of them, just like this. We then want to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light blue concretes extending from this position to this position across the top of the door. Add another row of light blue concrete on top, and then place 2 smooth quartz stairs here and 2 smooth quartz stairs here with a row of smooth quartz slabs across the top to give us this. We are then going to fill the top of the station in. So you can either use smooth quartz, or I'm just going to use light grey concrete just to mix in some different materials. This sits just on top of the door frame, extending back like this. Before we head inside, we will make a quick sign which we will apply across the top of the door that simply says solar in letters. Throw down a loom, open it up, place a light blue banner in there with some white dye. First letter we must make is S. This is the chief pattern, base, bend. Next, O. Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief, base. Next is L. Pale Dexter, base. Next is A. Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief, Fess. Lastly, R. Chief, Pale Dexter, bend. Perfect. So this fits perfectly, just above our door, just like this. And the letters were never seen again. So now let's cinematically walk inside of our power station and work on the interior. Across the back wall, we will place 1, 2, 3 light grey concretes right in the middle with smooth quartz slabs either side. And above this area, we want a collage of paintings. So preferably, these paintings would kind of look like something that you would regularly see on like a power station screen. So stats and figures and stuff. However, Minecraft doesn't have that. So what we are going to do is just place paintings that kind of don't really even look like anything instead. I think that these work perfectly. So now that we have our collage, we will add a redstone comparator here, a redstone repeater here, and we will mess about with them a little bit. We'll add a rail here, a lever here, and a stone button here. We will add grey glazed terracotta in these 2 back corners, and then from each of the terracottas we will place 3 more, 1, 2, 3 light grey concretes. 1, 2, 3. Then we will add a collage of paintings again. However, we're going to make them a little bit different this time, so we'll add a 1x2 here and a 2x1 here. Now, unfortunately, no 2x1 exists that kind of replicates what we're looking for, but it's fine, you know. And we will add the rail and levers just as we have over here, and we'll do this on both sides as well. Alternatively, you can just add like a bunch of 1x1s, but you know, maybe these like larger monitors can be like screensavers or something, you know? Maybe they aren't necessarily facts and figures and telling the operators if the power station's going to explode or what have you, but you know, that it looks fine. We will also add some leaves to our potted plants, aka the glazed terracottas. Add smooth quartz stairs in front of each little computer / workstation here, and I'd also recommend adding some lanterns as well. You could even do it against the back as well, and I did actually consider that it might look kind of cool to have some torches. It kind of makes it look a little bit more important in here, but I don't know. I did also consider that it would be pretty cool to have some redstone lamps in here that is actually powered by daylight detectors, which would make sense as this is a solar farm. By the way, the thought did occur to me that we can use daylight detectors instead of the iron trapdoor carpet combination. However, I'm not sure which one I would prefer. This obviously makes more sense, however this actually looks a lot more how these things actually look in real life, so as usual it kind of comes down to a personal preference sort of deal. Do what you prefer. Next we will build a wall. Place 1, 2, 3 terracotta on the front left hand corner of the grid and extend the terracotta all the way back along the side of the grid. And then extend all the way across the back of the grid. And then extend all the way to the front of the grid once more. And then we've just got to keep ping-ponging back and forth until we have a wall that is 3 rows high in total. You also don't have to use terracotta either. I did highly consider using bricks. Originally, I used light grey concrete. It's whatever you think might just look nice. So now that we have added the wall, we are also going to add some iron bars across the front of the grid. These will extend from our walls all the way to the middle, and we will just leave that gap open where we have our bit of road. We then want to add another layer of iron bars on top of the first, so we just want 2 rows in total. As usual, iron bars are proving quite difficult for me to place. I don't know what my problem is with them. Now it's time for some landscaping. You may have noticed that all the way back when, we placed some grass blocks to elevate our solar panels. Well, we are going to make 2 lots of hills to support the panels. So this middle hill, we will extend this grass block out in front of the panels until the grass is 1, 2, 3 rows in front of the panels and 1, 2, 3 rows to the left of the panels. And we will essentially just make a large rectangular shape sitting just underneath the panels that fit these parameters. Eventually, you will have filled in this rather large rectangular shape, and we now have a mound in which the second layer of solar panels sit. However, there's a problem. We now have to add a grass hill underneath this back layer of solar panels, although it is a little bit easier as we can extend these grass blocks forwards and connect to the previous layer of hill that we have made. We will then extend the grass block outwards and down, just like this, so we will extend 2 rows out of the side of the previous hill, and that's all we've got to do. So we'll extend all the way across this way. Before we move on, I am just going to shape the hills a little bit by removing some blocks from each of the corners. Basically, if you remove the corner block and then 2 blocks extending inwards on both sides to all of the hill areas, you'll make some nice looking oval shapes, which is a little bit more natural looking than big giant rectangles. There we go, that's better. I'm also going to add some trees along the left side of the build, just opposite these generators, air quotes over generators. So I'm going to place 1 sapling here, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the end. You can see how it lines up with the stone pad that we have. And we'll just grow these, and hopefully they don't turn atrociously big. These are far larger than I would have preferred, to be honest with you, but it's okay. They're not too enormous. And we will do a similar thing over here as well. So all the way over here, we're going to line up with the smooth stone and the edge of the solar panel. And we will place these saplings kind of like equally apart like this. And we will do the same thing here as well. So like once again lining up with the edges of the solar panel and the 3 points of the smooth stone. And we could actually fit another kind of row of these in here if we wanted to, but we'll start off with these, and once again hopefully these won't turn too atrociously large. It wouldn't even make sense if they then shaded the solar panels. That would actually render them completely moot, but there we go. That's not looking too bad. I like the trees. I did consider adding them all the way towards the back, but I think that's a nice amount. And with that final detail added, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially completed this tutorial. However, this video is not over. We must now add our solar farm into our city. And we already have the perfect spot for it. It is actually going to go right next to the wind farm and the regular farm. Perfect. It was almost as if it was all planned. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do remember to subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to watch any more of my videos, check out the Mini City Builds playlist. And if you would like to download every single build in this city, consider becoming a channel member. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.